Welcome to Launch Code, a premier business podcast, starring Evan Hafer, Matt Best, and Jared Taylor.
Well, hello, Matthew Best.
Hello, Jared.
Hi. We are in San Antonio now.
We are in San Antonio.
We haven't built our set yet, though, so...
It's a process.
We're
in a very nice Airbnb.
We're in an Airbnb on a table.
Mid-work day, you know.
Yep. And we have a very special guest that came up, drove from Dallas.
All the way. That's a, 4-hour drive?
About 5.5.
Oh,
5.
Man. Thank you.
Stings a little bit.
Absolutely. Not at all.
Oh, no, this is really great. We were introduced to JC by our president of Article 15 Clothing, Danny Warsnop. And Danny spoke incredibly highly of you. And when we looked into it, it was actually really freaking awesome. So we want to jump into the history of Operation Rock the Troops.
Operation Rock the Troops. There it is. Well, it started around 2004. With the idea of bringing 100,000 CDs to our troops personally all over the world. And back then, we were still in MySpace land. There was no Facebook. There was no MP3s and all of this
The good
stuff.
old days.
Yeah.
You know, the MySpace
When people
days.
were still had CD holders in their car.
CD holders were still around, and actually, I'll get to that funny part. But long story short, Operation Rock the Troops' goal is we are a 501c3 nonprofit. We have 3 pillars and that we live by, and that is we give back through live entertainment. We give back through music education and free music lessons to veterans, active duty, and their families, as well as the third pillar, which is a music grant that goes out to a music charity or individual that uses music to enhance their community. Our live entertainment pillar, though, is broken up into our radio show, Patriot Rock Radio, our live concert program, which is the JC All-Stars, which is the CD right in front of you, as well as we have our own documentary series that we put out so that people can actually see, because my biggest problem with all charities is that I want people to know directly where our money is going. So in each episode, you find out who needs help, who the person is or the charity is. You see that we put on a concert for them, and at the end of the concert, you see us giving them a check, so you know exactly where your money went. Because that's what we like to pride ourselves on.
And also, too, like as you said, one of your pillars, the music education, like the Armed Forces Entertainment flew you guys to Diego Garcia, and for 2 weeks you just offered music lessons to soldiers.
Right. Actually, the
What
funny part,
instruments you play?
I play guitar, bass, sing, but
Do it all. Awesome.
yeah. But the other guys in my band are a lot better, which is a good thing. Always hire. They always say hire smarter and hire better, and that's why our band name is the All Stars. Because I went around Dallas saying, "All right, you're in my band. You're in the band. Can you bring your friend?"
Yeah, exactly.
Because it was like I just wanted the best. But the long and short of it is, in 2006 we did our first tour. And I turned the cameras on and I filmed everything. So our first movie, Operation Rock the Troops, was picked up by Vision Films. Went on Comcast, reached 33 million homes, and we decided that we were just going to keep filming it. But as of today, we've completed 7 world tours, 15 countries, 40 military bases, and over 1,000 performances in the last 13 years or so. So it's not bad.
Keeping busy.
Just a little, just a little. Our most recent show was we played at Fort Bragg for their 4th of July in front of 50,000 people and co-headlined that night. And we're a band that no one's ever heard of because we're not a signed band. There is no record label. There is no management company.
What kind of style of music do you all play?
Awesome. That is our
You
genre.
play awesome?
Our genre is awesome.
Is it just some covers and then...
No, this is, you got the album. It's all original.
Okay.
So our first song is Tip of the Spear, which is a pretty kick-ass song written for our Rangers. Then we've got
Nice.
Light It
I've
Up.
met a few Rangers in my day.
Yeah?
I heard they're pretty cool guys.
So there's Tip of the Spear. I guess people will say it's a mix between, I don't know, like a Seven Dust, Drowning Pool vibe. But then Light It Up was one of our other songs, which is the theme song for my last movie, Light Up to Live, which got nominated for 2 Emmys and won 7 Tellys, trying to figure out how we can actually put an end to the 22 veteran a day suicide. So we made a movie based on taking 5 veterans, and what they were going to do is get a brain scan, a SARA scan, one of the top brain scans you can get. It does about over 160 partitions of the brain, showing you the blood flow, exactly what's wrong with you because of your traumatic brain injury. And we gave them a polychromatic light therapy called Enlight Medical. Non-invasive light therapy. It's that simple. And we wanted to see if in 12 weeks of treatment, we could actually help and bring a better quality of life back to them. Basically, can I increase blood flow to their brain?
Yeah, and just specify that like light, like an actual light, not light, medium, heavy, but light therapy.
Near
Yeah.
infrared light therapy,
Yep.
blue lights, red lights, and the movie's out. We haven't tried to put it out yet because what we did is we wanted to go on tour with it. So we took our program with Operation Rock the Troops, and we partnered up with a lot of great charities like 22 Kill, Platoon 22.
Yeah, your list that you guys have on there are all people that we know
You've
or
worked with,
have
yeah.
had. Yeah, I mean, they've got Task Force Dagger,
Yep.
the Special Operations Warrior Foundation,
Darby.
U.S. Navy SEAL Foundation, the Darby Project. Like,
Yeah.
everybody on there, real good guys.
It's good to be supported by good people because in the industry too, never to talk bad, but there's some people that just don't do the real work, and we wanted to be aligned with people that do the right work with the right, mission, purpose, focus. Otherwise, I don't have time. So what we did with Light Up to Live is we put this movie out, and we wanted to show that it's kind of like sleight of hand with veteran suicide. If I can get somebody off the couch, I have a chance of actually helping them. If I can put him around people that actually care, then he'll actually have the opportunity to have the right tools to actually help himself, as well as the family. Because to heal a veteran, in my mind, you have to heal the family with him. So the way that we did that was because Operation Rock the Troops has this pillar of live entertainment. Let's get these guys off the couch with concerts. Let's get them off the couch with movies, and let's educate them and make sure that at the end of the movie or the concert, they can go to any of the booths of all the other charities to find out, hey, these are the sources. This is where you get help. One of our other partners that we worked with at one point was Honor, Courage, Commitment. And if you don't know who they are, that was actually the charity that 22 Kill was actually born from. And what they did was that they helped guys, actually, if you had a business plan and you wanted to get out there, they gave you I think it was like a 12-week to 18-week SMU accredited course where you would get taught how to actually start your own business. And I was one of the teachers that helped those businesses launch by filming free commercials for them and telling them how marketing and advertising works to get their name out there.
That's phenomenal.
So that's how it's about. No, so actually, just to move forward so you can understand. So Light Up to Live came out in 2016. The white papers from Harvard came out to back up the claim of the Inlight medical device being 99.03% efficient in returning blood to the brain. That's a pretty big thing. So we realized we needed to step it up and do a second movie. And that's where we are today in Operation Torrent.
How far along with the movie are you?
Well, we've been filming it for a year because what it is it features Delta Force veteran Josh Collins, who is in Light Up to Live. And in Light Up to Live, for example, his traumatic brain injury kind of gives him vertigo on land. So he sold his house and he lives on a boat. And he said, I wanted to do something for veteran suicide. So he stand-up paddleboard from Galveston, Texas to the Statue of Liberty, 2,500 miles.
That's a lot of paddleboarding.
That's a lot of strokes.
Yeah, that's
Let me just
lot.
tell you. So when I filmed that movie, Light Up to Live, his thing was he wanted to do something even bigger, something more crazy. He wanted to put his life on the line to really show how sincere he was. And so Operation Torrent features Josh this June. On June 10th, he's going to compete in what's called the Race to Alaska, one of the craziest waterways in the world, 750 miles, no support, no engine, no help whatsoever from Port Townsend, Washington to Ketchikan, Alaska. And literally to the point where it's like he's going to either have to hunt or fish for food to survive.
That's intense.
Right. So we are literally following him on a charter boat in the distance with these super awesome long lenses. He's going to have over 10 GoPros completely charged and these little other devices to make sure he can have everything always turned on in cameras. And we want the world to tune in and watch us on June 10th. We have another awesome veteran, Marine veteran, Steve Gurn. And if people don't know who Steve Gurn is, check out Steve, Gern. Just go to YouTube and look up who Steve Gurn is, and you're going to love him. But Steve's going to come to make sure, one, I don't get eaten by a bear because it's 2-to-1 grizzly bear ratio. So when Josh sleeps over at nighttime, I'm going to go out there and kind of film. I want to make sure that I don't get my ass. So I hired a badass Marine to make sure I don't die.
Yeah, full security for you with the grizzly bears. Yeah.
So he's going to go live breakfast, lunch, and dinner so you can see updates of where Josh is, the animals that he's encountering, how's he doing. He's like, there's certain stretches that are so dangerous that like we can't even go to where Josh is going to go, so we're going to lose touch with him for 3 days. But in the race, I can't really pay attention to him. Like I have to be in the, like he can't really see us. So there's only certain parts that I can film him, you know, in the beginning of the race, the middle of the race, and the ending that we have points. But we're going to follow his whole race, and it should take him, by his knowledge, 15 to 20 days to complete the race.
And where are you guys going live on? For what platform?
We're going to go straight to our Facebook page. So facebook.com/Operation Torrent.
That's going to be a crazy, wild,
Yeah,
fun
they
experience.
bought this equipment to have internet in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Just bouncing SATCOM or something.
Everything.
Yeah.
I don't listen. I'm not the techie guy. I just said, here's my credit card. Make sure this works.
I need that Wi-Fi out there.
But what's really cool about it, and Matt, I know we just met, and I know that we kind of really just met and connected awesome by Danny from Asking Alexandria. What's really cool about this is that what we learned in Light Up to Live was that veteran movies sometimes don't get, I don't want to call it the respect, but we don't get the attention from a Netflix, Showtime, HBO. Sometimes they're like, oh, another veteran movie, and they toss it to the side. I mean, I don't know if they do that, but that's what it feels like. And I'm not trying to be a bitter director, producer that can't get his damn movie out there. And that's fine, because we'll go take it boots to the ground. But one thing we realized is some crazy shit happened last year in the NFL. We all know about it.
Yeah.
And I'm not really a political person, but at the end of the day, I'm a patriotic person. And one of the things that I saw was, and I have a lot of good friends in the NFL, was that there is a similarity between NFL football players and veterans. They both deal with a transition problem where you're given everything because we want you to be warriors and we want you to be able to kick ass and have everything you need to be a badass warrior overseas in battle. And then these NFL guys are given everything that they can be to be superstars on the field. But when you're done,
Well, the resources are pulled. I mean, I think there's a
That's
lot of
it.
parallels between professional athletes and, MMA guys. And
Right.
we've had those conversations pretty in depth about it, where you're such a part of a team and a cohesive unit, and you're paid to be better and the best at your job every single day. And then it just stops one day, and
Stops.
the resources are gone.
Right.
The culture, the
Tension's
community,
gone.
everything's gone. Yeah, the
Support.
purpose is gone. And
yeah,
absolutely.
And it sucks. So the other similarity is the fact that TBI and CTE.
Exactly.
And, how do these guys, when they come back and they're pulled from every resource, how do they help heal? Who's helping them? Where do they get this fund? Veterans, we got the VA, and I can't say I'm not a veteran, but you've got the VA, and then all of a sudden the other guy, what do they have? So what we did in Operation Torrent is we've now partnered with the NFL Players Association and the NFL alumni to actually help tell their story about traumatic brain injury and CTE. So if you can imagine, on April 25th, and if you're not doing anything, I want to invite you to be in the movie, as well as you guys, whoever else wants to come. And if you can imagine, on a 20-yard line, you have these 5 captains of the NFL world, and then you have like these 5 captains of the veteran world, and they're going to walk towards the 50-yard line, but in slow motion, you're filming all of this, right? And you hear this voiceover, and you really can't tell if you're talking about NFL or veterans, because I want to show that similarity. And when they hit that 50-yard line, you're going to see the camera pass over one of the veterans, 2 tours to Iraq, 1 to Afghanistan, 5 traumatic brain injuries, 2 Super Bowl victories, Defense Player of the Year, 3 traumatic brain injuries. And then they're just going to sit in a round table with just chairs and probably some Black Rifle coffee.
Yeah.
Just sitting right there, and they're going to just simply talk unscripted about the difficulties of transition and the injuries that they have to deal with.
No, I think it's great. I mean, I think with sports medicine and, organizations like the VA and stuff, I think that there's a lot of education you could pull from all of those and compile that research into one and benefit all of the communities. So I think that's good to have that conversation, because just like I was saying, the MMA guys, the pro athletes,
And it's
the veterans.
surprising that it took this long, too, because
It is.
the boot campaign just recently, they've been studying TBI,
the Reboot.
with Reboot, and they just recently finally pulled in action sports athletes to bring them into the study.
Because there's a lot of
these guys-
segmented research out there, and it's like if you kind of open those doors and draw the parallels between the two, I think that everybody wins from that. The pro athletes that are getting out after 8 years in the NFL, and then the CAG guy that did
you got a
20
skateboarder that's
deployments.
had 15 concussions
Yeah.
on a vert
Right.
ramp. Like, all right, let's see what the similarities are.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. Well, if you're not doing anything,
Where's it at?
it's in Dallas.
Dallas? Okay.
Yeah, and we could. Was I going to say we also have a golf event on that Friday?
Oh, I'm terrible at golf.
Hooray.
now.
You know why you would like this golf event? Because it doesn't matter how terrible you are. It's literally called Adrenaline 18, and each hole is a par 3. You get one shot, and you can win a car, a trip, Rolexes, crazy stuff. And then whoever has the top 10 closest to the pin get to play a 19th hole for $1 million.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's free for you, by the way.
I'll try
Did
to
I
win
tell
a
you that?
Rolex, and then I'm
Yeah.
just going to sell it on eBay and
You
give it
can.
to charity because I
You
don't
can.
like watches.
Yeah, either do I. I don't need
I'm
them.
not a watch guy either.
Yeah.
Well, you guys both have watches on, and I don't.
But that's
so.
not
This
really
one
for
was
time.
$26 at TJ Maxx.
Semantics.
That's funny. But if you guys wanted to come up, then on that Saturday, I'm taking all the vets that are still in town. We're taking them hunting, which is awesome. So, and then we're going to do, just
I would be there, but I have Welcome to Rockville in Jacksonville.
Oh, that's kinda fun.
So we're going to be doing some podcasts with some really nice rock bands.
I like rock bands. I like rock bands.
I like the game Rock Band. No, so that seems like you're doing some
Some
pretty awesome
coffee
stuff for
commercials
the.
with Five Finger Death Punch.
There you go.
I love that.
Yeah, it seems like you're doing some pretty awesome stuff for the community. It's
Trying.
greatly appreciated. And where can people find you guys? I mean, I know you dropped a bunch of plugs out there, but like, let's get the ones
Focus
you really
on-
want people to
I'm
come out.
gonna just zone in right here. So right now the movie is Operation Torrent. So operationtorrent.com. And it's the same thing on Facebook. So facebook.com/Operation Torrent. That's where you can give us your email. You can follow us on Facebook, and that's where you can tune in live to watch us when we go to the race to Alaska. Our nonprofit.
We better have the Drinking Bros supporting,
I want
supporting our
that.
Delta buddy out there paddling for 750 miles.
Oh shit. He scares me, but I love him. But then our charity, Operation Rock the Troops, you simply operationrockthetroops.org. Same thing on Facebook. And if anybody wanted to download our album for free, our music is always free for all of our veterans. All of our music is themed towards that, but not all of it because we're not like hokey, cheesy. You know what I mean? There's some bands that are
The
kind of
Air Force rock band.
Yeah, we're not doing any of that shit. But you can just simply go to operationrockthetroops.org/JC All Stars, and you can download the album for free. Go to YouTube, type in Operation Rock the Troops, and you'll see everything that we've done.
Well, if you ever need a guest guitarist and a singer over here with Jared, just let
Do
me
you
know.
do that? Wait, hold on. You really do play guitar and sing?
Well, I played guitar for about 15 years, man. So
You can play too?
Oh, yeah.
I get
So
down
this
a
is
little
a
bit.
no-brainer. I would literally our whole
now we have
thing-
to show him our music.
Yeah, right?
Hold on. Wait, I got to make sure that they're good first, right? No.
yeah. Don't invite me in until you
this
know.
is backfired.
Yeah.
This is backfired. But like I said, what we do with Rock the Troops, like when they sent us to Diego Garcia for the 4th of July 2 years ago, we invite, what we do is we have music lessons for the guys that have never played or want to play, or some of them are already super talented. So in those jam sessions, we teach them some of the songs that are on our set list. So when we put on our concerts, they get to jump up on stage and play with us.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's super
Yeah.
fun. We got to jump in
Why
on
don't
one of
you
these
invite
tours.
me out for one of
Yeah.
the? I'll do like a guest appearance as a teacher for
Sure.
guitar, as long as they're like a intermediate or beginner. I don't need to be teaching pros.
This
'cause I'll
way,
run
there's
civil.
not one song I can't teach a beginner that we can play, because half these songs that obviously one of the big ones that we love doing and we always close with because they're our buddies, and Drowning Pool is Bodies.
Yeah.
So that's an
Nice.
easy one if anybody wants to sing that one. Then if you want to actually play one, we always play Rage, because there's no way Rage doesn't get everybody pumped up.
Yeah, of course.
So it's like, and those songs are very easy for us to like show everybody like this is how you play it, so you can jump around on stage. But then again, we'll give you our whole set list, and you can choose a song, or you could say, hey Matt, I want to play this song, and my whole band will learn that
We just
Well, I
song.
just want to help.
We need
teach
to we need to
some
do a
veterans how to
benefit
play.
rock and roll karaoke show.
That's what we do. I literally our set list, we have not from the full band, but we also do like, so when they hire us overseas, they can pick, the rock band. And what I haven't told you guys yet is one of the things that the Pentagon loves us is we actually do runway rock shows. So we bring the AFE, we're like one of the biggest, 17 people will travel with us, and we'll have models on the runway, go-go dancers on the stage, like explosions, confetti things all over the place, and it's like Bob Hope reinvented.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, I'll show you the videos, and I'm not joking.
Well, now I'm
It's
thinking
legit.
we need to talk about possibly a Drinking Bro event in Dallas in May.
First off, yes is to the answer to that question. So yes, because we do need a concert before we take off on tour. Well, actually, on May 20th, our good brothers. Are you guys familiar with They Fought We Ride?
I'm not.
Oh man, you guys will love these guys. So They Fought We Ride. They go to they do bike rallies, but it's in 19 different cities. So when it comes to the city, it will be the Dallas Wounded Vet Run, then the Phoenix Wounded Vet Run. So on May 20th is the Boston Wounded Vet Run, and there'll be 9,000 guys, veterans, supporters, all on their bikes, and they all travel to this one location. When they hit that location, our band is already set up, ready to kick their ass.
That's phenomenal.
Awesome.
We'll definitely talk offline and put some cool stuff together.
Yeah, thank you
think so, too.
thank you for coming out here. And as soon as Operation Torrent is done, we will have you back on. And
Yeah. You guys got to get a hold of. Actually, if you ever wanted to for the podcast, highly recommend you talk to Josh Collins himself. at
Absolutely.
Delta
Love
Force
to.
Center. Yeah. I mean,
Maybe
he's-
after this whole crazy ordeal is over,
Yep.
we'll sit down and talk to him and see kind of the trials and tribulations through, and then
We
that'd
could,
be
I'm
great.
gonna be honest. We need the help because listen, guys. Let's be blunt. You guys can reach out to people. and where I'm asking for help, because I am asking for help, how do I get people to want to tune in to watch this Delta Force
Drinking
veteran
Bros.
put his life on the line and actually say, hey, listen, this is how you fight transition. This
Right.
is how you fight TBI. You don't sit on your couch, you get up and you go do something.
Absolutely. Well, it starts
So-
right here with this conversation, and
Hell yeah.
we'll figure out some creative ways to get it out.
I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Out there, look them up. These guys are awesome, and we hope to be doing a lot of cool things with them this year.
Hell yeah, man.
Well, thank you guys for Matt and Matt.
Yeah. Well, JC, right?
Yeah.
However you want to run it. Cool,
This
man.
is Launch Code.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks.